What is good, YouTube? What is good, Facebook, man? We are officially back live, man. Welcome in to Last Word Productions. I'm your host, Tavares Willis, so excuse me for that, guys. But as you all know, I always get that last word. Now, first and foremost, I want to apologize to you all because we did not have an episode last week. If for those who do tune in, I appreciate that. But your boy was out of commission, man. I had a bit of a stomach bug. I had a stomach virus. I ain't been to work. I ain't been making videos as much as I would have liked. So yeah, it's something that's pretty much held me back at this point. But at the end of the day, the show must go on. I'm back this week. You know, I ain't about to complain. I ain't got no regrets. So let's just get straight to it, man. But before anything though, let me go ahead and pop us up live on TikTok as well. Hold on, y'all. Before I continue, let me pull this up first. All right, so now we live on TikTok too. So listen, man. For those who are not doing so already, y'all go ahead and be sure to hit like, subscribe on the Red app, man. Can't say that the other name because TikTok don't really like to use other people's names. But remember, I'm on the Red app. I'm also on the Blue app. Y'all know what the Blue app is. The link is in the bios. You feel me? For those that's checking in from TikTok. But nonetheless, let's get into it. So first thing I want to discuss, man, I want to discuss these Thanksgiving game slates, man. And we had some games today. Excuse me, guys. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of hot. Got a little toasty. But first thing I want to discuss is the Thanksgiving game slates. And for those who did not tune in, the excuse me, the Detroit Lions did lose to the Green Bay Packers today. The Lions have officially been swept in a season series against the Packers. And on top of that, the Packers they pretty much not. I don't want to say they knocked the Lions out of playoff contention, but they pretty much hit them where it hurts for real. Because now it's going to be tough sledding going forward for the Lions because we're gonna go through their schedule here in a bit. But you look at their schedule, they got a mountain to climb. So we're gonna see how that boats for them. But I want to discuss about the Lions in a little more depth. What's up? What's going on, Ricardo? What's going on, Christina? But I wanted to discuss a little bit more about the Lions in regards to are their chances of winning a Super Bowl now over? Is that Super Bowl window closed? Everyone speaks about, regardless of how you want to word it, is that window closed? And for me, hold on, y'all. My boy said the link not working for him. Let me go ahead and send this link one more time to him. There you go, right there. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, my boy?
Chilling. But before I get into what I was discussing, as y'all I know if you paid attention to the show the last couple of weeks, my boy Mike is in the building once again. How you feeling, my boy?
It's all good, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, bro.
For sure, for sure. Happy Thanksgiving to those out there, man. I did forget to say that. Much love. Stay safe. Y'all eat well. Stay blessed. But I had cancer. I'm trying my hardest to beat cancer. Man. Hey, more power to you, Ricardo. I hope you do, bro. It's unfortunate. But my thoughts and prayers are with you, man. But what's what's your thoughts on Mike? Let me ask you this, man. I was just about to discuss the Lions situation with them losing to the Packers today. Now they've been swept in that series, and they're pretty much on the outside. They are on the outside looking in for the playoffs at this point. So, is the Super Bowl window closed for the Detroit Lions? Is it over?
I wouldn't say the window is closed. I would say they're dealing with the same thing uh, we dealt with as even me being a 49er fan. It's injuries, bro. Like you, at some point, I know we always preach next man up, next person up. But at some point, you run out of quality next men. Like it's a reason that somebody's a third or fourth string person. You really don't expect them to play. Most of the time, those players are on special teams. So you got dudes that's on punt return and kickoff playing linebacker and DB now in the game. You got dudes who are not used to pressure situations in division rivalry games. In this situation at home on a holiday, probably their first time ever playing a game on a big stage like Thanksgiving and doing all of that. And sometimes it's just you just can't keep replacing people. The O line's not good. They have not been good all year. I don't know if that's just because of injury or because of continuity. So much so, in fact, that they had to get on the phone and damn near beg Frank Ragnow to come out of retirement, which he did. And so thankfully that'll help them. I don't know if it'll get them into the playoffs at this point. The NFC is much better than everybody else thought it was going to be this year. Everybody was kind of looking at the AFC and overlooking the NFC a lot. And the NFC is way more tough and gridlock than the AFC is right now this year as far as the quality of the teams. If you just look at even who's in the playoffs, like if you match them up cross conference, I would pick the NFC in most of those matchups. So it's just tough, bro. It's not close, but they are running out of time. They do need to get a healthy season under their belt. And this is where your depth comes in. You got to build out depth, even in positions you think you're good at. Add another piece. Like you got the draft capital. They do a really good job of drafting players. I would say I hope they get in, but at the same time, shit, we 8-4, we the 7th seed, so I damn sure don't want them to get in over us. But so it's just tough. But all the teams in the playoffs right now, I think in the NFC are like 8-3. At worst, I think it's like 1-4 loss team, which is us. Everybody else is like 8-3 or 9. The Rams are 9-2. Seahawks, I think, are 8-3. The Eagles are 8-3. The Bears are 8-3. The Bucks are 6-5, I think, but they're in a horrible division. So by default, they're gonna get in, and that's really not even their fault. They just another situation where they just injured all the time, bro. Like Baker has no weapons at this point, so I don't know. I think they got one more year to try to figure this out, or they might have to start looking toward the future and just building out for longevity sake.
Right. What's up? Hey, Andrew, how you doing? And to answer your question before I go, I got messy, bro. Messy guy. But for me, bro, I think the window's closed for the Lions, and the reason I say this is because at this point, and I've said this for the last 3 years, bro, and I get it. A lot of people have disagreed with me. A lot of people have given me pushback on this point. I'm going to say I understand the injuries are the injuries. You can't control what they are. You feel me? You can't control who's available, who's not available. That's all true, and that's all that's what happens and transpires for every team around the league, though. So it's kind of unless you have catastrophic injuries like they had similar to last year and what the Niners are suffering the last couple years, and the Dolphins, my Dolphins at one point, like it's like you take the injuries with a grain of salt because every team did. The problem with the Lions, though, is I told people this 3 years ago when they had the opportunity to go and trade for Lamar Jackson. I think a lot of people forgot that. I said if the Lions are serious about competing and actually taking that next step, they have to improve the quarterback position. And it's not to say Jared Goff isn't good. I mean, I think Jared Goff is solid. I think he's a good quarterback, but is he good enough? Is he good enough to get you to that next level of competitiveness? And my answer has always been no. And I know a lot of people are giving me pushback and flack for that, but at the end of the day, he has shown me nothing otherwise to prove that he is willing or able, I should say, to elevate them to another level, even despite the injuries. Because as we all know, with franchise quarterbacks and with guys who you pay big money, top dollar to, you expect them to, at certain points in certain games, be able to pull out victories for you. And you just never see that from guys like Jared Goff. You don't see it from those kind of archetype quarterbacks, whether we talking about Tua, Goff, whether we want to talk about guys who are looked at more of game managers, actual playmakers at their positions. Like, that's the problem I think a lot of people are just now starting to realize, because now people are saying the Lions need to move off of Goff. And I've been saying they should have did that 3 years ago. But now that it's apparent because the injuries are piling up, you know, we got all pros that are out the lineup. Now that he looks like an average quarterback, now we should never give him the money. When in reality, he was never that $55 million quarterback to begin with. But the numbers supported it. And that's what the contract is, the contract, because the market demanded it in X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, the biggest reason why the Lions Super Bowl window is over is because they're entering a contract with a quarterback who's going to be massively expensive on a team that's going to – they got a lot of players coming up on money. What are they going to pay J-Mo? Of course they're going to pay Jahmyr Gibbs.
You already paid him.
I'm saying they paid him the contract they gave him now. But what he got left on that deal? What, 3 years?
J-Mo just got paid this summer.
Oh, yeah, it's a fairly new deal.
Then I'm mistaken then. But, you know, Gibbs got to get his money. Brian Branch at some point is going to get his money. We know Kirby Joseph as well, unless they sign deals that I'm not aware of, them two. And then, you know, you got other positions in need. Penei Sewell, he's going to come up on the deal. If not this offseason, definitely the next. So you got contracts that are coming in that's going to command more cap space, and you got a quarterback who's already on the books for $50+ million for the next 2 years at least. So what are you going to do? And so that's where I look at it from. You gotta prioritize and manage the talent you have now versus are we going to just allow the cap space to be taken up by a quarterback who we see is not the guy we thought he was when we had everything around him almost perfectly in line. So that's just how I see it, though. I personally think the window's closed. I can't hear you, bro. You muted.
They wouldn't have the talent that they have, though, if they were to trade it for Lamar. Like those picks that they used to draft the players that we mentioned in naming, they wouldn't have them. So you would have.
The thing is, a lot of those players, you wouldn't have
Gibbs.
You wouldn't have Brian Branch. You wouldn't have. You'll still have Penei Sewell. They would have still had a damn good team. They would have still had a good team.
Good enough, because then at that point you got to think. There's no J-Mo. There's no Branch. There's no Gibbs, and then whatever active players you had on that roster, and then you're not bad enough to where you can draft Aiden Hutchinson. Your record's not bad enough. So it's like, I don't know.
But at the end of the day, it's a better situation when you are with a top 3 undisputed quarterback in the league versus a guy who's pretty much showing he's underwhelming and underperforming in his contract. Because now the situation you're in is that you have the talent, and now you're going to have to pay these guys, because if you don't pay them, what was the point of moving off Stafford and having these picks accumulated, and you just going to let these guys walk without getting anything from them? Not a Super Bowl, not them staying with the team, nothing. So, of course, you're going to pay them, but that means you're also going to be tied to Jared Goff, because when you pay big money to these players, that means you're betting that the roster you have currently constructed is going to work. And if you're going to hand out big money like how we believe they're going to hand out, that means there are going to be expectations. And the expectation is going to be a Super Bowl. And as it stands right here, right now, this team is not close to that. And so that's the problem. If you go get Lamar,
it is injuries. You think that's more so due to Goff than injuries? Because you got to think them healthy.
I think it's an accumulation of both things. At the end of the day, Jared Goff is not good enough. That's my point.
But the floor for this team healthy is NFC Championship game, because that's where they got when they played us a couple years ago. That was the floor. That was the team fully healthy, and they all played well. They lost in the NFC Championship game. So the floor for this team is healthy. The floor for this team healthy is NFC Championship game that we've seen already. So
and that was 3 seasons ago.
I understand that, but they've been injury laced like most teams, like some teams, like us and other teams since that point. So I can't necessarily just say it's Goff. I can't give Goff a fair evaluation when he's playing with 3rd string centers and 4th string tackles. Like I can't like.
He wasn't playing with 3rd string centers and 4th string tackles in the NFC Championship game.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this season.
Or against the Commanders last season.
He wasn't playing with killers last season, though. Them boys was hurt.
What? The defense was banged up. The offense was
if I can't get a stop, naturally you're gonna press, right?
I'm not saying he played like no, we're not excusing that. No,
it's not an excuse. I'm asking
3 interceptions.
Can two things not be true? Is all I'm asking.
I'm not saying that's not the case. What I'm saying is it's too many instances of where he's not good enough versus where he is. There's too many instances. There's a reason why the Rams made the Super Bowl with him and said it's not good enough and moved off him. Like I don't think people understand and fathom how bad you have to be in order to do that. Like they literally won their division 3 straight years the last 3 years, right? And then they went on and made the NFC Championship, and then the next year made the Super Bowl, and they said this nigga not good enough to win with. Despite the 3 years of success, they said he's not the guy. And they still moved off him. And what did it get the Lions in the
look what they did when they got the better player. Stafford's the better player, but you also went and got look at all them other players they went and got in addition to Stafford.
But Stafford, listen, if the Lions don't get not the Lions, if the Rams, but Stafford is the biggest reason they won the Super Bowl. He's the biggest reason. Not the biggest difference.
Not you adding Vaughn and all them other boys. That's not. It was just Stafford.
First off, Von Miller is a great football player. Aaron Donald is probably the greatest defensive lineman this game has ever seen. No one's denying any of that shit, right? But Aaron Donald was a loser before Matt Stafford came to the Rams.
He was still an all-pro player. He was the same player that he was when Stafford got
and he was losing, Mike. He was losing.
What I'm saying to you is you went and got a Jalen Ramsey. You went and got a Von Miller to add that. Von Miller's a Super Bowl MVP All-Pro. You went and got a Jalen Ramsey, another All-Pro to put on the back end. So you added another pass rusher on side of Aaron Donald who was doing it by himself. You went and got somebody to protect the back end, and you went and got Matthew Stafford, who we all acknowledge is a better player than Jared Goff. And you went and got Odell, who was just sitting at home twiddling his thumbs, not doing nothing. So you had Odell, you had Cooper Kupp, who had just won a Triple Crown, and then you went and added all the other pieces. It's not like they just swapped Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford, and that was it. And then they just won.
Here's the thing, Mike. First off, Cooper Kupp was there with Goff, and he wasn't the historic receiver that he became with Stafford. That's first. Secondly, the Von Miller and Ramsey moves, no one's denying any of that. But we're not going to sit here and act as if Stafford is not on that team, that they win that Super Bowl, or they go on to even make the Super Bowl. We're not going to act like that happens. It doesn't. The biggest reason and the biggest piece to the reason they won the Super Bowl was because Matt Stafford was the quarterback. That's the biggest reason. We could sit here and we could argue the other semantics and the other technicalities in detail.
I'm just saying two things can be true in this.
Well, and I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is the most important position in football, as we all know, is the quarterback position. Is that not true?
Two out, they still win if they just swap them two out or nothing else. It's the exact same team Goff took. So the exact team Goff took to the Super Bowl. You just swapped them two out. Do you think they win the Super Bowl?
If they say it again. You saying if they swapped them two out?
The exact team Goff took to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
They lost 10-3 to Brady.
Yeah.
And then you take Stafford and you swap him and Goff out with the exact roster. Everything is the same. Do they win the Super Bowl without them other moves?
I can't say that, bro, because other teams got better too, though.
But what I'm saying is you have to account for everything. It wasn't just because of the quarterback.
But I'm saying he was the most important piece. At the end of the day, the quarterback is the most important piece. That regardless of the other moves are essential, of course. No one's denying that. But the most important move and the biggest move the Rams made in order to win that Super Bowl was moving Jared Goff for Matt Stafford. That's a fact. That's a literal fact.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, man, back to the Lions. I think the Super Bowl window is over. And I think it's because they got a lot of money that's coming up. They're gonna have to divvy out a lot of bread. They're going to have to start making tough decisions on some players. And I think a lot of that talent they have now is going to be depleted. But that's my opinion. What you got, Breeze?
Nah, man, I agree with you. I think the window is definitely closed. I think not last year, but the year before last and last year, that was their best chance to get it, honestly. Because if you look at the team right now, like not only has, the salary cap going to be an issue, but it's also health. Like everyone is getting hurt, bro. I don't know what's going on with Detroit San Fran got it bad, but I don't know what's going on with Detroit, bro. Like, Amon Ra just went down. Gibbs got banged up today. Goff looked like he was about to lose his life out there. Goff was getting smacked out there. Like, of course, he looks gun shy after being hit so many times, but bro, I don't. The whole team is just, and then they're trying to bring what's the center's name? I forgot his name.
Frank Ragnow.
Yeah, Frank Ragnow. They're trying to bring him out of retirement, but he's nursing a leg injury. How you get injured not playing?
Well, that's part of why he retired.
But bro, like how? Like you're retired. Like it's still ailing you. Like, bro, you've been retired since last season, since the end of last season, bro. Like, what can possibly be going on that has you, missing the whole season? Because he's missed like 9 games up to this point, and the whole offseason, and you're still dealing with that injury, bro. Like, come on, like they're literally just trying to pull something out of thin air right now. And like T said, with the salary cap and with health issues and everything going on, it's done, bro. The line isn't what it used to be. The play calling isn't what it used to be. As you can see now, a lot of the going forward on 4th down ain't converting how it used to because the personnel ain't there anymore. The defense ain't what it used to be. It's done, bro. I think they'll still be like entertaining. Like they'll still put up a lot of points, flashy glitz and glamour and stuff, Panay Sewell screens and all that good stuff. But the championship window is done, bro. It's finished.
All right. So let's flip that to the other side, man. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers and exactly what they did today. They go into 7-3-1. This is a team that's primed to, it seems, to make the playoffs and be competitive at the very least. I thought Dontavian Wicks had a good game today. We'll see if it continues. The Jordan Love, in the season, not in the season, but mid-season stretches seem to be something that's talking about again. But listen, I'm a love guy, man. I like Jordan Love. I ain't saying he's perfect. I ain't saying he's fantastic. I'm just saying in my opinion, I think he's getting dead dirty with the limited weaponry he's been at his disposal with his entire career. I'm being honest.
He getting done dirty.
The nigga got like 5 wide receivers on this 5
and
wide
they're all at average at best.
Did that nigga play with Devontae Adams or I'm tripping?
No. He played with Devontae Adams his first career start, but that was it. Adams moved after he became the starter. I mean,
I don't know, man. I can't blame the weapons on them underperforming. I really can't blame the weapons,
bro. It's not blaming the weapons, but it's being honest about what they are. They are bottom 10 offensive group in the league. Bottom 10.
And if we're being honest, I put a lot of blame on Jordan Love because for some reason he liked to throw off his back foot for no reason.
He liked to fade away like he hooping every time.
A lot of passes. He throws a lot of ducks fading away for no reason. I don't know if it's just like a comfort thing. I don't know what it is.
He's watching too much A-Rod. I think he can do that. He can't.
But I don't know what it is. And
he does have a bad tendency of doing that. There's no denying that.
Jordan Love is what, 6'6", maybe? 6'5", 6'6", something like that?
Probably about 6'4".
Bro, like he's like there's no reason for him to be fading off his back foot like for no reason. He has a hell of an arm. He can throw, he can put the ball, he can spin the ball. So I don't know what the reason is with all the back the fadeaway throws and everything. I do want to see him use his legs a little more. Like I do think the play calling gets a little predictable when you just Josh Jacobs, and then deep shot to Christian Watson, or you just screen. Like I do want to see him like break out the pocket a little more, but
it's predictable because the weapons are limited.
Bro,
the weapons are limited. As you saw today, who on the field is scaring you, gang? Like
Christian Watson?
Fuck no, bro. Bro. No, we're not doing that, bro.
Christian Watson.
No, I'm not. No, bro. That nigga had 2 good games, and now Christian Watson scares you, bro. The man has been injured and bad for 3 years.
No, we're not doing that because you don't do that for nobody else. The nigga's healthy and he's playing well. Period.
Christian Watson does no, he does not. See, that's why y'all kill me. No, he don't. He played 2 good games this year, bro. No, I'm not giving y'all that, bro.
A month ago, you just got to talking about how the man wasn't healthy, and so Jordan Love couldn't rely on him. or any of the other guys or anything like that. That's what you said out your own mouth.
And I said when he's playing, he's bad.
But he's not
He
bad.
had the most drops in the league last season.
Okay, but that's last season. We're talking about this season, team. We're not talking about last season.
He's getting hurt, Mike. He's played 2 good games out of what? 11?
It's healthy
2
now.
games out of 11 games, bro.
So it's a coincidence that he's playing well, which coincides with your boys' known second half season shit. Because the first half he's always ass.
Again, Mike.
Everybody else. You keep giving me all this.
It's 2 games.
Y'all
Y'all talking like bro's a threat every week consistently. It's 2 games. It's 2 games.
Because the dude is like what 6'3", 6'4", runs a 4.39, and he's a deep threat, bro.
And that's cool. Kevin White was that too, and he was ass. Dorial Green Beckham was a monstrosity out the drive. He was. I don't care about the physical stature, gang. I care about what you doing on the field. The man he's not good. Christian Watson has moments. Yeah, he got times where he looks like, damn, maybe something else. But then he'll go a month and he won't do nothing. No,
so does Jordan Love, bro.
Huh?
So does Jordan Love.
So what?
So does Jordan Love. Jordan Love has stretches where he's absolutely awful.
I mean, if that's how you view him, then cool. But my biggest thing, I'm not denying that. I've said to Mike and to you and to Will on this show, Jordan Love has to be more consistent. I ain't never denied any of that shit.
Exactly. So, bro, how can you say a wide receiver?
I just know these excuses.
Love Breeze. We breaking up bad.
Jordan Love get passes that you don't get nobody else. Everything you said about
I'm not giving the Jordan Love a pass.
Like, the crazy thing is, everything you said about Jared Goff can also be said about Jordan Love, especially in the playoffs. It's the same thing.
I've never seen Jared Goff overcome expectations. Jordan Love did that twice.
Seen Jordan Love overcome expectations.
No, you a fucking liar. He did it his first year starting. He did his first year starting when he beat the Cowboys in the playoffs.
So
he did it his first year. So he did it his first year.
He won one playoff game, and it's over.
Exactly. And no one even had them going to the playoffs, Mike. No one had them going to the playoffs. They literally were projected to be the bottom of their division, not the bottom, the third to last in their division.
Winning season, they went to the playoffs and won a playoff game.
Exactly. He overcame expectations. I didn't say the man won a Super Bowl. I said he overcame expectations.
So what's the expectation then?
The expectation that season was for them to not be a playoff team. And not only did they make the playoffs, they won a playoff game.
What's the expectation for Jordan Love, period? Because at this point, it changes.
The expectation, I told the expectation this season, if we're talking this season, is for him to be on a team that possibly could contend and go to the NFC Championship. If they don't win a playoff game, it's a failed season.
What is on
a failed season?
See how everything with this nigga is possibly and all this other shit? Well,
that's literally what the league is. It's possibilities.
We're also trying to put him in the top 10. So ain't no possibility if you put this nigga in the top 10.
I'm not saying I never said he was a top 10 quarterback.
We just named quarterbacks that was better than this nigga Bo Nix.
I said Love was better. I didn't say he was certified top 10.
So if Love is better than a guy that's been to the playoffs and won a playoff game, also
yes, because Jordan Love has done the same thing.
Okay, so then again, now that they have added Michael Parsons, which we know about on the defensive end, and their team is better overall, although they are young in age, that possibly shit needs to go out the window. You won a playoff game in Dallas and blew the doors off them as a rookie.
I'm not saying that, bro. The offense is bad. The offense is bad.
Right? Okay, cool. Then you turn around. I think that's the same year they played us in the NFC Championship game or the second round or something. The second round, right? They played the Niners in the second round that year.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you lost that game. That was his fault. So fine, whatever. Then you come back the following year. Didn't make the playoffs last year, right? Or did they make the playoffs last year? No. So now you got this year where they're on the team.
No way, they did make the playoffs. I'm tripping.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who they played last year? Whoever they played, they lost, obviously.
Yeah.
So you lose in the playoffs in the first round last year. Now you hear this year you added Michael Parsons, and the expectation was, this team's winning Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. Great. But the problem is he does the same thing every year. He plays like dog shit the first 8-9 games, and then he turns it on the second half. And then we all forget about the first 8 weeks. We look at the last 9 and like, oh my God, he's on a legendary run, blah, 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 blah. And then he gets to the playoffs again and then loses. So with the team that he has, weapons included, I'll give him some slack for Tucker Kraft being gone. Cool, we get it. But with the team he has and the way that their offense is playing and the way that those young receivers are stepping up at this point, in alignment with him also stepping up his play, this is the second half of the season. If they don't win, he needs to get the same criticism that all these other dudes get, that the Jared Goffs get, that the Baker Mayfields was getting, that everybody else was getting. Period. We can't keep getting.
Who said he shouldn't be criticized?
You give bro a pass.
I never said he shouldn't be criticized. I said he has to play better.
It's way less harsh than it is of other quarterbacks.
Yes, because he has a situation that's not nearly as ideal as other quarterbacks.
Okay, he's got a top 10 coach, he's got a top 10 defense, and he's got a top 10 running back. He's got a solid offensive line, and his weapons are young, but they're not. Yeah,
you talking about you, bro? First of all, listen. Let's not just paint and gloss over these generic ass statements. Matt LaFleur is a good coach. I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach. He has not proven or won anything meaningful in the NFL. That's first off. Secondly,
so he took that same team that you're talking about. Jordan Love won a playoff game in Dallas, went to the playoffs when they was picking.
But he still has not won anything significant.
Neither has Jordan Love, but they don't stop.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, the problem resides in we've seen Matt LaFleur have a certified official stamp Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, who had 2 MVP seasons under his belt, and Matt LaFleur did quite literally dog shit with it. So again, that's not to say Matt LaFleur is a bad coach by any means. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that at the pinnacle at the position at the time, Aaron Rodgers, you couldn't get it done with that. Then it's gonna be tough sledding for any quarterback that comes in that situation with the lack of weaponry that's around him. And then when we talk about the defense, yes, the defense is good, but the secondary itself is bad. Did we watch this shit today? They got killed by J-Mo, who hasn't had a game nearly as close as good as what he did today. And then Mixon, Valentine, all these dudes. The only guy that's decent or good in that secondary is Xavier McKinney. Everyone else is bad. They started the season solid, but they looked horrible since the season has progressed. The front seven saves them niggas, and I'll admit that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not fine, Mike. It's a
He's not the only person with a defense like that, T. So we're not going to see that.
I'm not saying he's not, Mike, but you're saying these things like they just certified like they're gonna be there every week. Like this is everything he has at his disposal.
Yes. He's got top 10 units at his disposal. When you talk, yes, there's a top 10 defense. There's a top 10 running back.
It's a top 10 defense, a top 10 running back. Josh Jacobs has clearly taken a step back this season.
What's clearly lost. He's not getting the ball.
Huh?
Bro is not getting the ball enough.
Why isn't he getting the ball, Mike? Because the other Emmanuel Wilson has been better. That's why. That's why he's not getting the ball.
He has been hurt though.
Throwing that motherfucker.
Jacobs has been hurt.
Even when he's played, they've been splitting carries more often. And this week he had a good game. I'll give Jacobs his props, but he's clearly lost a step. He's not the same running back he was 2 years ago. He's not the same running back he was last season. If we're being honest, he's not. And then when you turn the games on, I'm sorry, bro. Emmanuel Wilson look better, bro. I mean, he do. I think this is Josh Jacobs' last season.
So again, what is it gonna take for you to criticize Jordan Love?
I've been critical because I've said he has to be better. I've always said that. I've never came on here and told you he's doing nothing wrong. I said the nigga needs to be better. His mechanics need to be better. The footwork needs to be better. He needs to play more discipline and not play hero ball. I've been saying this.
When you like a nigga, he needs to play better. When you don't like a nigga, he's not good enough to get it done. Jared Goff ain't good enough to get it done.
Jared Goff isn't good enough to get it done, Mike. He's not. He's not. Like
further,
watching niggas go to 2 teams that were top 3 talented rosters in the league and sit here and think he's good enough to win the Super Bowl. We couldn't do it. We're not one of those teams.
You swapped him out with the badass habits Jordan Love has. He's suddenly better. The Lions better.
Wait, say it again. What you say?
Swap Jared Goff and Jordan Love out. Are the Lions better?
Fuck, hell yes. What the fuck? Yes.
How can you say that with a straight face when we
I say that because he's the better quarterback. I don't care about what you're talking about. He don't play bad. Like first of all, he started last season bad because of the injuries. This season he ain't been that bad. What you throw your head up for? What you throw your head up for?
Last season bad because of injuries. There's always a caveat.
I said his injuries, nigga. I ain't talking about the other people.
Oh, what? It's a nigga playing with a fractured leg who's a fan of this team on the screen right now. I don't want to hear that, bro.
Listen. You asked me who would be better if the Lions would be better with Jordan Love. I think they'll be better because they have a better quarterback in the scenario.
The bad habits that you know Jordan Love has, you think the Lions will be better off?
What? Say it again.
Even with the bad habits that we all know Jordan Love has, you think the Lions will be better with him at quarterback?
Yes, because I think he's the better quarterback. Yes.
What does he do better exactly? I'm curious.
Everything.
Because as much as we talk shit about Jared Goff not playing 8 shit games and then playing 9 good ones and then we forget the first 8
yes,
shit.
Because Jared Goff is going to be the same quarterback every week. He's going to take what the defense gives. He's not a playmaker. He's not going to extend plays, and he's not going to create anything outside the pocket. If he does not have the situation exactly scripted how it is for him on the paper or on film, it's not going to go right. At the very least, I know Jordan Love will be able to get out the pocket and create and give the ball to playmakers on the team.
What are you going to do when you get out the pocket?
He's going to make plays like he's been doing with Green Bay. It's the reason why Dontavius Wicks just had the game he had today.
Because the Lions
did we not watch the same game today?
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the secondary of the Lions be cheap? Did you see that?
Bro,
the Lions secondary is bad, but I said the same shit about the Green Bay secondary, but you still call them the top 10 defense.
But the Lions front 7 is not Green Bay's front 7.
Bro, we not
the Lions front 7 is not bad at all, bro. It's not as good. It's not bad at all. And then on top of that, even with the Lions secondary not being that good, it's still better than the Green Bay secondary. It's still better.
Who's in the Lions secondary? So Brian
Branch, Kirby Joseph, DJ Reed, Arion Arnold. They're better than the Packers.
Arion just came back from concussion today. He barely played,
and he's still better than any corner in the Green Bay Packers.
Not on the field. It doesn't matter.
He's still better.
He's not playing.
You asked me who's in their secondary. I'm telling you who's in their secondary. I didn't say who was hurt or not hurt. I'm telling you who in the secondary.
All I know is if that nigga Jordan Love don't win a playoff game or win 2 playoff games this year, I need you to get on this screen and treat him how you treat Jared Goff or other quarterbacks. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, if he got a top 3 roster in the league, then sure. But
I don't want to hear that top 3 roster shit. Jordan Love.
That's what Jordan Love is had.
Like who you say he is, he better win a.
We gotta move on, man. We gotta move on.
Gotta win a playoff game, bro. No, especially if they play like the Bears or something first round. Lose to the Bears if you want to in the first round. Because now we just giving passes.
All right, come on. All right, man. Let's move off into the next topic. But we're going to discuss the other slates of game that happened today. So let's speak on the Cowboys beating the Chiefs. The Cowboys have now beaten the last 2 Super Bowl opponents we seen last season with the Chiefs and the Eagles. And I believe they won 3 straight games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So are the Cowboys serious? Are we taking them seriously?
I would say that because of how they started, they may not get in, even if they went out, just because of the wins and losses aspect. Like, for example, like they're 5-5 or 6-5-1 now?
6-5-1, yeah.
Okay. So they're a game and a half technically back of the teams ahead of them. So like Detroit's got 4 losses now. Niners have 4 losses with 8 wins. We don't get a bye week till after the week after that. And then I think the Packers now have 8 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. So because of that, you have to leapfrog 3 teams. So if anything, I don't know if they can get in because of how they started. I will say that I would not want – if I'm any team right now, defensively, you don't want to play them right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. And in worst case scenario, if they don't get in, they're spoiling somebody's season, a lot of people's season. Like I think they just made sure KC don't get in the playoffs, in my opinion, with that win tonight. KC don't get in the playoffs. I didn't think they was getting in anyway, but you know how everybody is after they scared of Mahomes. You can't say he can't do something like he the boogeyman or some shit. But I think with that win tonight, KC's done. So he just put their ass out the playoffs. In fact, they just put them out the playoffs effectively, whatever the case is. Not technically, mathematically, but they're done. And then you turn around, and then you got the 3 teams ahead of them. They tied with the Packers already. They play Detroit next week. They could win that game. And then after that, I don't know who they got after that, but Yeah, I wouldn't want to play Dallas right now, bro. They playing Inspire too, obviously with the loss of their teammate. Like I think that made them all closer together. And I think this is the first time, honestly, with a straight face, I can say I think Jerry Jones is actually letting the coach do his actual job. Like,
yeah, I was just about to say, man, we got to get what Brad Steinheim, I think that's his name.
He called a hell of a game today.
Yeah, he coaching well right now, man. I gotta give him credit, man.
Supposed to play scared. Most times we play the Chiefs and they play scared. They get tight when they got a lead late, and that's why Mahomes always walking niggas down. But today, they play inspired ball. They've been doing that. They've been playing together, locked in, and I think that's going to propel them. And if anything, worst case scenario, even if they don't get in, they get on a 6, 7, 8 game win streak to end the season. You carry that shit into the offseason with the picks and equity they got built up, they're gonna be a problem next year. For real. So, yeah.
Talking about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Bro, we hear this every year, bro.
I understand it. I'm just saying they spoiling niggas playoff runs this year. They're not gonna get in my opinion, because they're too far behind. But like I told T, I think them beating the Chiefs pushed the Chiefs out of the playoffs. They're not gonna be able to get in the playoffs. They could do the same thing to Detroit next week and make sure Detroit don't get in. So at that point, you just spoiling nigga seasons, which I don't mind doing. Like if I know I ain't getting in, I don't want you to get in either. Fuck you. So.
But think about it though, bro. It's gonna be the same thing with how much time Dak got left on his contract. Because remember, Dak still
Dak signed an extension last offseason. I think he got 3 years.
I think Dak's still the highest paid quarterback, right?
He's still at 60 for this year annually. I think it'll change after next year because CJ gets done and then a couple other guys get done. But Dak, I think, is under contract for another 3 years. But he's also been stretching his money and taking less so that they have extra money to do shit, which is why they was able, on top of not signing Micah, to sign niggas like Bland to their long-term deals. They'll be able to sign GP if they want to sign GP to the contract he probably going to deserve because Dak's taking a little bit less now on the back end and extending it over them voided years. You know how they do that finesse and shit they be doing. And then kicking the can down the road kind of thing. So I think he got 2 or 3 years left on this deal, though.
I think so. I know just him, CD, and GP gonna take like a huge chunk of the salary cap.
Yeah, for sure. CD and GP gonna definitely get their money. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth it because it's been working. And the people the thing is they're gonna have young defensive players, so I think they can afford to splurge on the offensive side because of draft picks, because of draft capital. They can invest in positions of need through the draft instead of having to go out and find guys in every position. So to me, that's a plus for them. But
you think it might be another Bengals situation?
Nah, the Cowboys actually know how to draft.
Their defense is way better than the Bengals, so hell no.
they know how to draft, bro. The Bengals don't know how to draft. Outside of receiver and quarterback, the Bengals can't draft.
If Joe had that defense, the Cowboys got right now, shit.
But on the flip side of that, man, what y'all making of the Chiefs, bro? Like, I know Mike said he think they're officially eliminated.
Over.
What you say, Bridge? You think the Chiefs done?
I can't say they done till they done, bro.
See what I'm saying?
I can't, bro. Hey, T, this is what I try to explain to Mike. He not in the AFC. He in the NFC. So he ain't got to see these niggas until it's over.
You already saw him.
He ain't got to see them. And you know what happened? We lost. I don't know what happened, but we lost.
Okay, the Cowboys got it back clean and blood today.
I saw Grover Stewart lay Patrick Mahomes down gently and get a roughing the passer call. I saw 50 defensive pass interference. But it's the black magic, bro. I can't even be mad, bro.
Warlock, bro.
I can't even be mad, bro. But like I said, man, if they get a wild card spot or something, bro, if they just get like an inkling of getting in the playoff, bro, they could be last seed, last wild card. They could have to fully away all the way to the AFC Championship game, bro. I can't count them out until they completely out. Until the clock says 0-0-0 and the Chiefs are losing, then I can't count them out, bro. I can't. As much as I wanted to count them out, when Brady went on that 10-year stretch of not winning Super Bowls, bro, as many times I wanted to say, you know what? Brady not making the playoffs. Brady not going to go this far. Brady not going to do this. They was doing it. And he's this generation's Tom Brady, bro. I'm not saying he's the GOAT going to win 6 Super Bowls, 7 Super Bowls, bro, but his impact, the way he's carrying the NFL, bro, he's the Tom Brady of this era, bro. And honestly, until he's at home on the couch, I don't even trust him sitting on the couch at home. Until it's over, bro, I can't count them out. I can't.
Craig didn't beat Debo being gentle, my nigga.
Bro, I understand.
Y'all
I understand what you're saying.
Like this nigga is the all finding the fact that everybody run out at some point, bro.
I understand that, bro. But you gotta understand, it's a difference between being lucky and being in that situation before. The Chiefs, no matter how bad they look, bro, they're battle tested.
That's fine.
So if they get in a situation in the playoffs where let's say they match up against the Broncos, probably.
They going to the playoffs.
Let's say they match up against the Broncos, right? It's 7-7, 2 minutes left. Who you trusting to bring it home, Mahomes or Bo Nix?
I've seen Pat not bring it home a lot this year. Bro.
I'm just saying though, but who you trusting bringing it home? Forget what you saw. Who you trusting bringing it home?
Based off what I'm seeing, I trust both. Unfortunately.
Nah, hell nah, man.
T,
I'm not talking
to this nigga.
You know you capping.
All the games they normally win like that, they've been losing this year. That's my point.
I'm just saying though, bro. But are you completely confident saying every situation they get into moving forward is over?
I'm not completely confident saying they're gonna come up out of it like I was before.
That's
every
fair
time
enough.
I get the ball with 2 minutes left, we always like, man, fuck, hey, game over. We didn't even want to watch the shit. I don't feel like that no more this year.
Okay, that's a fair take, bro.
It's fair, bro. But you know,
fair.
I think they've earned that benefit.
Y'all can say bump that nigga, man.
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes with no ACL over Bo Nix in the 2 minute drill, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking that boy with no arms. I ain't gonna lie.
I was rooting for Bo last year for rookie of the year, bro. But nah, Bo some shit, man. I don't know what.
Bro.
Hey, man,
shout out to that defense.
Bo is doing his Jordan Love shit. He's playing much better the last few weeks. The second half of the season has started. He's gonna take off. So we're gonna give him the same pass we give everybody else.
So all right, so let me
I ain't never see Bo Nix go out there and actually dissect the defense game.
Hey, Will, let me ask you this then. In the playoff, Bills and Chiefs, who you got in the 2 minute drill? Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes.
Josh.
Who you got?
Josh.
2 minute drill. Trevor Lawrence and
Trevor
Pat Mahomes.
Trevor's shit. So that's not even Trevor's shit.
I'm just saying though, these are possible scenarios that who they can be.
It's dog shit. So Pat.
CJ Stroud, Pat Mahomes.
Bro, what are we doing, bro?
What are we doing?
Are you really thinking about this? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Come on, bro. What are we doing, bro?
Did he do it or not?
Let's keep it a such.
Did he do it or not, bro?
No, let's keep it such a ban right now. There isn't a single quarterback in the league.
We see niggas do some shit. Then when I pause and think about it, we've literally seen niggas do it with our own eyes. Y'all act like the shit crazy. CJ just did it.
We're talking about Mike. We're talking about the playoffs.
He just
talking about week 8. We're talking about week 2. The playoffs. He just beat
the Chargers in the playoffs last year. T. What are you talking about?
Wow.
CJ Stroud just walked the Chargers down last year in the playoffs when they were down.
He didn't ask you that. He asked you to take between Mahomes.
That's why I would trust a nigga that can do that. What's hard?
Mahomes has done that multiple times.
Okay, so because again, so y'all, if they've both done it and y'all just like one nigga more than the other, that's fine. We can just go with that.
No, we're going with the guy who's done it and won Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, based off what I've seen this year, I had to pause and think about it. What's hard about that? He hasn't been good this year.
That same thing happened the year they went on the road every week and won a Super Bowl, Mike. He's giving you no reason to believe.
Also didn't happen that year they went on the road and won a Super Bowl. They weren't losing all these one-score games like they're losing now. They weren't,
and that's cool. But again, he has not given you a reason.
Circumstances change. Then why? So shit changed. We just supposed to.
It's not that you can't change or formulate a new opinion. I'm not saying that. But if you're betting, if you're saying what is more likely. If you're saying what's more likely to happen between A and B, then A is more likely to happen because we've seen A do it multiple times in his career.
A do it, but not under these circumstances.
My God, this nigga Isaiah likely fumble in the end zone.
Did he? Oh wow, he did. Oh wow, that's crazy. Good D. They might give him a touchdown though. See, look,
I'm disappointed in Mike, man.
Ref calling. Why, bro? Why, if we get new information, why we can't update the tape, bro?
Isaiah,
man.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all gotta stop being scared of that nigga, bro.
It's not about scared. It's about the respect he's earned. Like what we talking, bro? It's not about being scared. I don't think that
like you Candyman. Y'all can't say the nigga name 3 times, bro.
It's not about. It's not about being scared, bro. It's about giving the respect that is earned.
Okay, we gave him the respect
in any situation. Just like listen. Just like how you just said, you're taking Josh over Pat in the crunch situations. When we've seen them two niggas in crunch situations 3 straight times, and the other nigga did it. So it's like, bro, like why are we going with the other answer when we know how the song and dance go?
We just saw it a couple weeks ago. That's why.
Regular season, Mike. He asked you about the playoffs.
There's 2 minute fucking warning, bro. Are we picking and choosing this shit? 2 minute warning is 2 minute warning. That's what the man asked me about. He said 2 minute drill. Who you taking?
But you know he's talking about the playoffs.
It ain't just the playoffs because we don't just do it in the playoffs. We do it during the regular season. Leading into the playoffs.
Now niggas prioritizing.
How many times did he have to do that in the playoffs? Can we talk about it? How many times?
Huh?
He's had to do it in regular season and playoffs, not just the playoffs. He's done it both times. And more often than not, he's picked up momentum and done it a lot leading into the playoffs, which is why when we got to the playoffs, we all felt like if this nigga get the ball, the game over, we ain't even want to watch the shit no more. That's not the case. We have new information. We have new tape. Even today is a prime example. Ain't no way in hell you could have told me the niggas was going to get down 3, and then that was it.
All right, we're gonna
what we also not factoring is it ain't just him. A lot of times that defense step up and get him the fucking ball back. They're not playing that good this year either. So even if he get in a situation where he down 10 like he is today, and he goes down and scores and gets it down 3, are we sure he's getting the ball back again?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see. Because the Bills don't look too hot either. But
nobody looks hot, but it's also not the playoff shit. We know how this shit goes.
We're gonna see. But let's move off into the next topic, man.
I'll come back and apologize, say I'm wrong. I fuck them boys. They done. No playoff.
We're gonna move off into the next topic, man. We're gonna move off into Shedeur Sanders and his first career start. And we're gonna speak on the thoughts we have him moving into this week going up against the 49ers. So, Mike, what you got, bro? What you think of Shedeur's performance against the Raiders, and how you think he's gonna fare against your Niners since you're the Niners fan?
I think he did well. I think the one interception, I can forgive that. 1, because it's his first start. 2, because that particular play call was just a good play call by the defense. Like, the guy drifted, and Shedeur thought he was going to keep drifting, and he was playing with foot and just jumped the ball. It was a hell of a play by the DN. So I can excuse that. Honestly, my only issue with the start was them taking him out in the red zone, doing that goofy-ass Wildcat shit they had never done all fucking season. And they definitely wouldn't have done that shit to Dylan Gabriel. And then Jerry Jeudy's stupid ass playing hopscotch in the middle of the fucking field, costing the nigga another 50, 60 yards on his passing total. Other than that, thought he did fine. I don't think he wins this week, honestly. I don't think he can beat, even with the injuries that we have, I don't think he can beat a veteran defensive coordinator like Robert Saleh in that situation. I think he can still play well. I just don't think he can overcome that with the limited weapons that they have.
Okay, what you got? What you got, Brady?
The performance, I didn't really judge it because, I wouldn't say I wasn't too. I didn't critique it too much because it is his first start, but it wasn't like he had a whole offseason to prepare and like build camaraderie with these people and everything. So it basically really was a trial by fire situation, and for the most part, it went okay. He managed the game well. He made some good throws. Moved the ball down the field the way Dylan Gabriel couldn't. The screen that he set up for like 60 yards. I'm more impressed with the receiver who actually, made the yards down the field. He had some hella vision on him and some burners on him. I ain't gonna lie. I'll admit that. But he looks composed in the pocket. He looks really good in the pocket. The only thing I don't like is people just jumping out the window like, yo, look, you see? Like, look, I'm like, wait, hold on. Pump the brakes. Let's relax. We got a hell of a challenge next week with the Niners. Robert Saleh, we give him shit for, being the Jets head coach, but the man could coach some defense. He could coach some defense, and for what it's worth, if you want to,
Oh! My bad.
What happened?
Jamar Chase
being Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Got a touchdown?
Nah, but come on, bro.
Damn,
We're
man,
not doing that.
I put that on my parlay, man. All right, anyway, so yeah, man, if you really want to look at it, I think next week will be a good test. I think the Niners will have some sort of problems too because Cleveland's defense is for real. But what I'm looking from him, I'm not looking for what he can do because I know what he can do. I'm looking for what he's improving on. Number one, I need him to stop holding the ball so long. Number one. Two, I need him to stop running backwards. The running backwards shit is come on, bro. Like it's gonna get you're gonna lose your job. They already don't want you starting. Don't do that shit. Don't run backwards trying to extend the play. It's all right. Either run forward in the pocket collapse or just throw it away. And other than that, man, just ball, man. Just go out there and ball. Just do your thing, man. But for the most part against the Raiders, I was impressed because even though they got Max Crosby out there, and Max Crosby is a problem for anybody. So he did his thing. I'm looking forward to this week. This week I'll be able to judge, but against the Raiders, I didn't really judge it. I was just looking to see, his composure, and he passed the eye test. He looks like he's an NFL quarterback.
Okay. Well, for me personally, what'd you say, Mike?
Said that pass the bomb for sure. I was like, yeah, this what we waiting on.
I mean, for me personally, regardless of how you want to look at it, to me, in my opinion, he clearly looked better than Dylan Gabriel at any point Dylan Gabriel played this season. I mean, it's not even about the numbers or the box score. It's about what you just seen on the field. You've seen it was a different offense. You've seen he was able to push the ball down the field. You've seen he was able to get out and create outside the pocket and extend plays. And you've seen guys just naturally gravitate towards him more than they did with Dylan Gabriel. And I think that goes a long way. It comes in terms of not only building camaraderie and, chemistry, but as well as getting the best out of the players on the team. So when I look at it from that perspective, I do think more practice and more reps, of course, would be nothing but beneficial to him. But as well as the fact that I think it's going to build his confidence. And he's already a naturally confident person and player. So the more reps he's going to get, the more I expect him to continuously to grow. But I want to speak about one of his teammates, though, Myles Garrett, man. As you all know, Myles Garrett is on a historic pace right now. He's 5 sacks away from breaking the all-time sack record. And Michael Strahan already tweeted out that he said, well, goodbye sack record. It was nice knowing you. But do y'all think Myles Garrett gets a sack record?
Yes. They got 5 games left. He only need 5. He got 18. He only need 23 solid because it's 22 and a half, right? Yeah, he gets that. I hope he don't get a damn thing against us, but he definitely gets that overall. You just can't. First of all, they're not double teaming him enough this year. Everybody's going empty set and not keeping the running back in, which I think is crazy because Cleveland don't score enough points for you to feel like you got to throw it all the damn time either. But for whatever reason, people want to keep throwing the ball, and Myles is going to get there. Like, you just can't. The bro is inevitable at this point. It's ridiculous. So.
He's one of the best to ever do it, man. I think I read a stat where he is the first player in NFL history, I think, to have 15 plus sacks in 5 straight seasons or something like that. He one of them ones, man. And
it's shit, bro. He cold.
But
cold.
Man, it's time he helped Cleveland, man. If you want to help Cleveland, you go there and you tell ownership, look, find the best trade package you can for me and get me the fuck out of here.
He could have did that already.
Nah, bro, he need to do it. If he care about Cleveland the way he say he care about Cleveland, get up out of there because they ain't going nowhere with you, bro.
He should have done this offseason.
They not. You already extended. You got your money. Anybody gonna give up as much draft compensation as they need to get you, bro. He's wasting his career there, bro. At this point.
I said the Eagles should have traded for him. I was told that.
No, why would you wish that, bro? What's wrong with you?
I said they should have. They'd have made all the sense in the world to me.
Out of here, man. No. Make them niggas.
Hey, listen, man. I want to speak on the Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green situation, man, and we're gonna transition to basketball. So I'm pretty sure y'all boys know what's going on, man. Kenyon Martin has been saying a lot of things in regards to Draymond, essentially calling him a overrated player. He's not as good as you think he is. He made a list of, I think it was 40 power forwards he thinks is better than Draymond Green. And Draymond responded, essentially saying Kenyon Martin was a bust, like without saying he was a bust. You feel me? Like you know, you're a guy who was a first pick. You made one All-Star game. You went to the finals once, but you played terrible. So it's like it's a lot of back and forth going on right now in the community. A lot of people are saying what they're saying. And before I let y'all go, I want to say this, man. As we've had discussions on here about Draymond Green, and I've said things that I know Mike has not agreed with, and things that people haven't agreed with, you know. But nonetheless, there's not a single person in this world that should think Kenyon Martin could even tell Draymond Green what a good player is. Because, listen, gang, you went 3 for 23 in the biggest game of your life, bro. And not only did you go 3 for 23, you sit on these podcasts, you speak as if you was really that. You was never that. Never. There's never been a day in Kenyon Martin's life he walked in the NBA room in the locker room and he's ever a fucking player. Like, Draymond Green is a cog and key point and engine in a championship dynasty, not only a championship team, a dynasty. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. That jersey will be retired at Golden State. And he will go down as one of the best defenders the game has ever seen. Like, people, the fact that people are making this a conversation, the fact that we're talking about this, to me is beyond disrespectful to Draymond Green. Because it's like, what are we doing, bro? Kenyon Martin? Like, we're talking about a nigga who is average 8 points throughout his career, first overall pick, one All-Star game. He's never been anything of significance in the league. What are we talking about? Like, what are we saying for real, bro? Like we just give anyone podcast equipment, have anyone come on the show, and they say what they want because they know ain't no one there to check them about it. And now it's like, now you want to go back and forth and have all these banters with this man for what? Man, you've never been in that limelight, bro. You've never been of that status. You've never been that. And the fact that the man talking as if he knows what it's like to be the guy, or like that Draymond as an individual player and skill set, he's not what these other guys is. He's not what I am. Like, man, who are you? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
All right, so the thing is, right? They both have points. Obviously, I'm a Draymond Green defender when it comes to, the championship conversation with the words and all of that, and just in general. So, Kenyon Martin, and that time that he played, 2000 through whatever, 14, 15, however long it was, that was the best era of power forwards.
Mm-hmm.
You had Timmy one night, KG the next night, Dirk, you had Elton Brand, you had all kind of niggas, night after night after night. And that's back when you was playing a center and a real power forward, not these stretch forwards. You was playing Amari Stoudemire, like you was going against real killers every fucking night. And so, with that being said, I think that he also gets disrespected and discredited a lot when it comes to that. Because even on those teams that they went to the finals with, he was the leading scorer on those teams. Those teams also had Jason Kidd, who's a Hall of Famer, obviously. That was when they had him, Richard Jefferson, blah, blah, blah. And they went to the finals. And he put up impressive numbers. They just weren't beating the Lakers, bro. It wasn't going to fucking happen. Nobody was beating the Lakers that year, bro. It is what it is. So I think
Shaq averaged like 45 and 30.
Yeah, like him, Sean Bradley, and whoever the fuck the backup was, is not enough to to beat the man, bro. Like, you weren't beating Shaq. Nothing y'all did. He could have averaged 30, and they would have lost by 10 a game instead of 30 a game. Like, it just wasn't going to happen, bro. And so I feel like he gets disrespected low-key in the all-time conversation as far as what he was able to do and how he held his own in that era. Mm-hmm. So I give him grace on that. I also believe Draymond gets disrespected because Draymond came into the league. He could score, bro. He was scoring it. I think he was the all-time leading scorer Michigan State. Like, Draymond could score that bitch, bro. He was a defender. He was undersized for whatever, and he made himself into a better player. He lost weight. He got in better shape. He made himself a playmaker. He made himself a defensive player of the year at 6'7". So, like, Draymond also gets disrespected. I think this is a conversation for two niggas that are really like-minded that just don't like each other, if that makes sense. Like, when you look at what Kenyon Martin was and how he talks and how he carries himself, it's the same shit Draymond does now. The difference is Draymond got the hardware to back it up, and Kenyon Martin doesn't. Now, Kenyon Martin wasn't drafted to a situation where he could have won championships. Draymond, fortunately, was able to pair with Steph and Clay, and they formed their big three. And he's able to do what he does and be his best self because he has the Splash. Well, should I say, because Clay is gone. The Splash Brothers in front of him doing what they did. So Draymond could do all the dirty work. He didn't have to do the style points and all that cool shit. But that also means he also sacrificed by doing that because he could score. So he sacrificed scoring and being able to shoot and doing all the things that he was good at when he came into the league. It's give or take. That's just like if Kenyon Martin would have went to the fucking Lakers or the Spurs or some shit and got to sit behind Tim Duncan. Like, Draymond wasn't starting to be sitting behind David Lee at first, who was an all-star. So if Kenyon Martin goes sit his ass behind Tim Duncan, and then they start accumulating championships, and then maybe Tim slide out the way and then Ken take over, they still win them chips. So it's like circumstances matter. We have to give proper context to shit. But I do think that Kenyon Martin, like we said the other day, we was in the chat talking, Kenyon Martin started tweaking. Niggas started saying Otis Thorpe and Jason Williams and fucking Danny Manning and shit. Like, bro just started naming niggas, bro. Like,
I could have swore you said Breezo. I was like, damn, boy.
Literally, I ain't gonna lie, I pulled up the list, right? Because I'm like, I gotta find this tweet, bro. I pulled up the list. The nigga said Danny Manning, Elton Brand, Antoine Jameson, David.
Hey, wait, chill out now. Jameson was cold.
I'm just saying, Antoine Jameson, David West.
David West was cold.
Drew Gooden, not better than Draymond. Josh Smith, not better than Draymond.
Hey, Josh Smith was a freak now.
He's not better.
Pause, no Diddy.
No.
Josh Smith was
Jason Williams, Otis Thorpe, Horace Grant. Like, come on, all this shit. Nene, who actually was a center, not a power forward, by the way.
Nah, Nene did play the four sometimes.
No, he played the center. Kenyon was the damn power forward on that team.
Nah, he played it sometimes, not for the Nuggets. He played it in his career though.
Did he?
Yeah, he played. I can't remember. I'm not sure if
when he went to Washington, he was the power forward, and then Gortat was the forward, wasn't he? Or they was all
Gortat was playing center.
Okay. Popeye Jones, Reggie Evans. Like,
nah, Reggie Evans is a garbage man, bro.
You could have gave a nigga Quincy Acey, and we probably would have went for that shit.
Wait, he said that Quincy Acey?
That's what I'm saying, bro. This list is so insane, bro. The top 10 is obvious. Like, you got Giannis, AD, Dirk, Barkley, Garnett, Duncan, Dennis Rodman. I mean, okay. I guess. Even though him and Dennis Rodman's like the same player. But I don't know, man. It's insane. We got to get better with this. Both these boys that got kicked off, that's crazy. It's just me. But nah, yeah, this ain't it. Carlos Boozer was cool. It was a lot of solid guys, but it comes down to that. Them two boys don't like each other. They can't stand each other, and because of that, they the same guy for real. Two tough guys who did all the dirty work for their teams, did all the the non-pretty stuff and the non-cute shit, and got shit done. Can't be mad at that. Both of them boys did the most they could with their careers. Draymond's still playing, obviously. King did the most he could with his career. Even with injuries, he maximized his potential. And considering, like I said, he came in as the number one overall pick in that particular era of power forwards. If Draymond is playing in that era of power forwards, I don't know if we get the same caliber of person or player that Draymond is in that era. Because Draymond trying to guard Tim Duncan, trying to guard Prime KG, no, sir. Chris Webber and all them boys, I don't think we would have wanted to see that boy like that under that type of pressure. I don't think it would have went well for him. So it is what it is. Let's try to get these boys back in here. There we go.
Yeah, my shit started tripping, bro. My bad.
We good.
But
That's all. I basically we was going over the list and just the people that he named.
Nigga said Quincy A's here knocked out my service.
I don't know what just happened. But listen, let me I ain't hear anything you said, Breeze. If you added anything.
No, we was just talking about the list, bro. Like, all in all, bro, I think the main thing is coming from. I just think this all started when Kenyon said, Draymond not like that. Like Draymond selectively gets at certain players, like to get under their skin. Which I'm not gonna lie, I agree with. It's certain people that Draymond know who not to mess with and who knows who to mess with. Like,
yeah, for sure.
In the 2016 finals, when Draymond kicked Bron in the nuts, Draymond knew Bron wasn't finna bunk, because Bron got too much to lose. Bron, the face of the NBA, Bron ain't finna go out there and mess up and go crash out, nothing like that. But let it would have been a player like James Johnson. Let him put that on James Johnson. Go do that to somebody like him. See, I ain't gonna lie. Back in Kenyon day, Kenyon was squaring up with everybody.
Whoever.
With everybody. I think that's where it came from. So then I guess Draymond took that person, oh, well, I'm not a tough guy. Well, I got 4 rings. Now, that's Draymond thing. I got 4 rings. I'm defensive player of the year. So I just think, I don't even think it's a skill thing at this point. I just think it's like, Kenyon was like, bro, you not like that, because you go after Rudy Gobert, the Frenchman who brought COVID to the United States and shit. Like, you go after him. You step on Sabonis and shit. That's who you go pick on. Like, go pick on James Johnson. Go. You feel me? Go hit somebody who's gonna do something to you. Don't go pick on the soft foreign guys, man.
The nigga that's gonna buck back. That's all.
Go hit Jalen Duren. Go do Isaiah Stewart like that. Go do him like that.
Honestly, I want somebody to hit Isaiah Stewart though, man. I'm cool with that. He can slap Isaiah
that man a grade A crash out, man.
Yeah, he can definitely slap his. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, hey, listen, man, I get it. You feel me? I get where it stems from. All I'm saying is these people having these conversations and talking about how Kenyon Martin led the Nets in scoring. And listen, man, that shit sounds good, bro. It sounds great. He can never hold a candle to what Draymond Green's career is.
Hey, T, can we be fair, though? The man did break his leg in college, get drafted, had 2 microfracture surgery. I don't know what you know what a microfracture surgery is.
Yeah, I know what a microfracture.
That shit ends careers. Brandon Roy, Dwayne Wade, they had those surgeries, and their career was done.
Yeah, listen, gang, there's no
2
denying
microfracture. T, but T, when you say can't hold, accomplishments, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah, we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. We could talk about a player, skill, confidence. You feel me?
Yeah, if they play 1-on-1, I think he killed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he killed.
If they play 1-on-1, see, this is the thing, right?
I think he killed.
Kenyon Martin may very well beat Draymond Green in 1-on-1 more often than not. I'm not denying that, but the thing is, basketball is not a 1-on-1 sport.
Yeah, but said we're talking about player for player at this point. We're not talking about.
If we're talking player for player, I'm speaking on terms of who is a more contributing factor and component to a team that could compete. That's Draymond Green.
I mean, but think about it, bro. If you ain't got to score a point, all you got to do is hand the ball to a little yellow motherfucker that run 100 miles per hour. You going to have 1,000 miles worth of energy to go run around and play defense.
Not even just that. Like I said, we know the era that Kenyon Martin was drafted in. So do we think that Draymond is Draymond in that 2000s era?
No. The thing is though, I said these same things about Draymond, and I said that Draymond is more lucky than he is a great player. I've been saying these things. But what I'm saying is, Kenyon Martin, regardless of what the reason is, regardless of the injuries, and it's unfortunate, at the end of the day, the man played 15 years. And he was drafted where he was drafted. He was taken where he was taken because at the end of the day, despite the injuries, despite the surgeries, he still has expectations. And he failed them. We can say, we could be fair, unfair, whatever. He came up significantly short of what the expectation was. Draymond Green, however, exceeded every metric and aspect of basketball that people thought he was ever going to be. That's just what it is. And that's not me saying that means Draymond Green is some all-time great player. I don't believe that. But what I'm saying is, if we're speaking on Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green and these lists he made about these guys who are better than Draymond without question and the skill set not there, Draymond Green is one of the better generation. I'm miswording this. He's one of the better defenders of this generation, and he's one of the better passing bigs. Or he's not really a big, but we know he plays 5'4". He's one of the better passers we've seen at his position. And then his basketball IQ as well is something a lot of people don't talk about. That is some of the best in the league. So it's like at the end of the day, I get it. If we're going strictly off of who could put the ball in the cup, cool. But if we're asking who's the better player in terms of who can contribute to a winning effort more, is Draymond Green easily. And especially half the niggas on that list too.
All right, then let me ask you this: Draymond guarding prime KG?
No.
Tim Duncan?
But receive, bro, we're naming
Amari
great players.
I just
We're
want to
naming
ask,
great
bro,
players
because
though. Like
when you
no
gotta,
one is
when you got to
guarding.
He's
guard,
the defensive player of the year, bro. So
I'm just saying,
But
I
the
just
thing
want
is,
your opinion, bro.
here's the problem. No one is
want your
guarding
opinion.
these dudes, bro. No one is stopping them.
Kenyon Martin had to every night. Is my point.
I just want your opinion.
And I'm not taking
bro,
that from him. But the point isn't who can stop who. The point is who's the better player.
Because if you want to be real, in Kenyon Martin era, who won Defensive Player of the Year? Ben Wallace 4 times, Dwight Howard 3 times.
I thought Dwight had won it 4 times. He won it 3 times.
Nah, Dwight 3.
Oh.
So Ben Wallace 4, Dwight 3. I think Mutombo snuck one in there in 01.
He did.
And then after that, who was like Marc Gasol got one later on. Kawhi.
Yeah,
like, bro,
shit, but we gonna
that shit was crazy.
So like, bro, like, come on, like, let's not act like, you know,
bro. But again, bro, I'm not saying that to take anything away from the era, from the game itself. I
think Draymond's a better basketball player than Kenyon Martin.
And that's all it comes down to. He's the better basketball player.
I don't know. Hey, one of y'all boys put.
I don't agree with that part, but I understand why you say that.
One of y'all boys put Draymond on the Nets in 2K and see what their record is. We gonna.
Listen, bro. Listen, and that's again, and that's why I say what I say, bro. Like at the end of the day, you feel me? Draymond Green, he is a lucky player. Like he got lucky to be placed in the situation he was in, but we can't deny he could be 2 things could be true at once. Like Mike said earlier, he could have gotten lucky and been blessed, and he could still have contributed majorly to a dynasty, and he did because before he got to the Warriors were one and done in the playoffs. Steph Curry was a one-time All-Star. He gets there, he helps contribute and make the team and the players around him better. Whether we want to give him a lot of credit or a little credit for that, he gets credit. So we have to give him that. We've never seen Kenyon Martin elevate any situation to that extent. And to me, that's why Draymond is the better player. Now, it's not to say he's a better offensive threat or like he more of an opposing player or some shit. But it is to say, if you're asking me who is going to be a more of a fundamental building block or building piece on a team that could compete in the next 3 to 5 years, is Draymond Green. It's Draymond Green.
Okay.
Fair enough, brother.
I mean, let's get off into the next topic, man. But I wanted to speak on the Ja Morant situation, man, and I want to ask y'all this, man. I'm gonna start with you, Breeze, because I know you spoke on this topic before about Ja. Do you believe he's jeopardizing his career at this point with the reputation he's building, with the enemies he's creating around the league, it seems, and him also pretty much in his interviews and post-game interviews speaking on the coaching staff and the front office, the way he's speaking on them? Is he jeopardizing his not well-being? Is he jeopardizing his career and his reputation now?
Absolutely. And I'm going to put it like this. The slander that Shedeur is getting right now, that's what Ja Morant should be getting. Honestly,
100%. Yes.
that's the energy
Yeah.
that should be warranted. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the kid's an ass. Like, there's no way to maneuver around it. Like, bro, like, you don't criticize the coaching staff, even if you feel a type of way. You keep it in organization. You keep it in the organization because you're gonna go somewhere else if you get traded, and you're gonna have that stigma on you that, hey, you'll get a coach fired. You're a star player, so wherever you go, you're gonna be looked at as a star. So if your head coach feels like my job is in jeopardy because of this player, he's gonna make it hell for you wherever you go. If you like to criticize management, wherever you go, they're gonna make it hell for you. And if they don't want you, if nobody wants you, you're gonna go play in Shanghai. And you're not that like, bro, you're not that healthy. You can jump and dunk, and you like to listen to NBA YoungBoy, but YoungBoy ain't gonna sign you to no NBA contract. You ain't making no NBA money with YoungBoy. YoungBoy, yeah, Jit priority all out of place, man. Like, come on, bro. This is ridiculous.
That young boy ain't gonna sign you.
Bro, you're the number 2 pick in the draft. In a draft that it was you and Zion, y'all was supposed to be looked at as like the future of the NBA because Ja was this transcendent passer of the basketball in Murray State, and he's this athletic freak, and Zion's supposed to be like this LeBron prototype 2.0 with the athleticism and all that, and they just been hospital boys. That's it. They've been hurt, injured. And at least Zion doesn't talk. Zion got an eating problem, but he doesn't talk.
No, Zion, he got other problems.
He doesn't. We're not gonna bring that up, man.
Listen, man. To his credit,
he got a different set of problems, my boy.
He got another set of problems. But to his credit, the eating problem, he's clearly worked on because he's
working on that. But
why it takes so long?
Look at Ja, man.
I mean, shit. When you live in New Orleans, gang, you gonna eat good.
Yeah, gumbo, etouffee, beignets, all that. But look at Ja, bro. Ja's in Memphis. Number one, we already know what's going on in Memphis. They call Memphis Afghanistan. We know what's going on there. He a fan of NBA YoungBoy. He like to play with guns.
He want Gotti to sign him so bad, man.
He getting hurt, so he on the sideline. He in strip clubs. He wilding out. Honestly,
he need to go somewhere boring, bro.
But
I think he just need to go somewhere boring, bro. Like, he need to go somewhere where ain't shit to do but hoop. I'm not even being funny. Like, and granted, these teams don't need him, but places like Indiana, OKC, Utah, where you can't do shit but hoop. Like, you want to be tough so fucking bad, bro. You grew up in a loving home with both your parents, bro. That's okay. Just hoop. He was literally in line to be the face of the league, bro, and he fucked it off. And the thing that really him so many chances, bro. Like, you gotta think, Nike dropped Kyrie for having an opinion, bro. An opinion. Kyrie was one of the best. Kyrie, I think, behind Bron, had the second highest grossing shoe, and they dropped him for having an opinion on some shit. This motherfucker have been caught with guns multiple times, suspended multiple times, on the internet trying to fight fans and stands, punching kids and shit in the face, and they just keep dropping sneakers, bro. And that's why he don't get it, bro. He ain't had to lose nothing, bro. Like, he's not losing anything. The shoe deal still there. The kids all still this shit shaking kind of like it's Partyville, bro. It's not, bro. Like, at the end of the day, your job is basketball. You get paid to hoop, not to make. If you're not making headlines because of what you're doing on the court, then you become a liability and an issue for me. The only reason they haven't traded him is because their team's not that good yet, and he's still an attraction as far as gate attraction, as far as bringing in revenue. But they need to get rid of that man, bro. They need to get rid of him sooner rather than later. He's not going to stop, bro. And I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't want nobody to have to hit rock bottom to learn a lesson. But if he does not get his ass out of Memphis, he's going to do it. He's going to fuck it up. He's literally hanging on by a thread. And the only person that don't seem to get it is him. His dad want to be his friend instead of his father, so he ain't being tough on him and shit. He acting like he is age. Like, they homeboys on this legendary run, kicking it and shit in the streets. Like, at some point, bro, you gotta say, look, you're fucking up your legacy at this point. On the court, you fucking up the family name. Off the court with the bullshit you doing. You making us all look like we didn't raise you right. And as your father, I can't allow that. You gotta do something, bro. Because if not, it's gonna end bad, bro. It's gonna end so bad for him, bro. And it don't have to. Just hoop.
Yeah, I agree.
Eat his
I think
generation Gilbert Arenas, bro.
I think what is all unfortunate about the situation is it's all preventable, man. And it's like, bro, like it's like what Mike's saying, like just play ball, bro. Focus on your craft, perfect your craft, and just become the best player you could possibly become. Because at this point, the reputation he's built around the league, amongst his peers, amongst the front offices, amongst the public, at this point, it's just not a good one. And when you have that not only ruins your market as a player, but it ruins your market as a piece in terms of like sponsorship, endorsements. You know, like you're literally taking money out of your pockets. Literally. No one wants to work with someone who's viewed as a fake gangster or whatever the case may be. So it's unfortunate, man. And hopefully he can come to his senses sooner than later. But I'm gonna end the show here tonight, man. I got get this man. Go ahead, go to sleep. We're gonna do the how good next week. I'm gonna throw in 2 sessions for that. So hey, for those,
you spoke on my Colts?
We ain't speak on them niggas, man. We gonna let you read this week. You understand? You
All
had
right,
yeah,
man,
we
cool.
gonna discuss it. We're gonna discuss
Appreciate
that.
it, man.
We're gonna discuss that. We're gonna discuss that next week. The reason why we're gonna discuss it next week is because we gotta see the product. But hey, appreciate those who tuned into the show, man. We had 25 people in here at one point tonight. I appreciate that. The show gonna keep growing. I'm gonna get these technical difficulties worked out, man. Y'all work with me, y'all bear with me, you feel me? But hey, if y'all not doing so already, go ahead and hit like, subscribe on the channel. Hit that bell notification to be notified whenever we go live, and make sure you follow my other platforms. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, IG, wherever. Search the name up, the handle LastWord Productions. Y'all boys, anything y'all want to say before we head up?
Let's go Colts.
All right, man.
It is what it is. Let's go Colts.
All right, y'all.
Go Ohio, man. Fuck Michigan. Let's get it.